Hi, everyone, and welcome. I am your Refinenmentell woman, Melissa Jaye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you want any further connections about any topics that I may speak about, you can email me at melissaj328 at gmail.com. Well, yes, it is 2020, right? Again, Happy New Year. I said that on my other videos. I don't know if I'm going to say it for this whole January, but it's 2020. 2020 is that balancement, that connection, that direction. And I'm not talking about forward, but I'm talking about leveling up and rising to whom you really are. So you have 2020 you, and then you got 2020 self. Makes one, which is yourself. And that's what a lot of people need to start getting up to. They have to start knowing themselves. I've been speaking with a lot of people. I've been meeting a lot of people in different places over the past since the new year has come in. And a lot of people are, I would say, lost. Okay. They're lost. And when you're someone like me, when I say a self-made person, that role 13 I always talk about, that sits on top, guiding and leading and directing and, uprising up to, meaning whom they are, and they're not man-made persons, right? They want a direction, and they just don't know where to make that connection. That's why I always talk about that self-love is powerful, because it is, because you'll know your direction. A lot of people say, well, I got goals that I want to, do for 2020, make resolutions. I mean, that's the man-made program thing that everybody says they want to do. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But when people keep going around in circles, saying the same stuff, saying the same things, goals and all this other stuff, I want to make resolutions and stuff. You know what? And there's nothing wrong with having goals for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. However, here, when I talk about that when you're a man-made person, you basically are saying the program things that society wants you to say. Okay. And everybody is saying the same thing. Like when New Year's come in, basically everybody says, I want to make a resolution. I want to go exercise. I want to make a resolution. I want to make more money. I mean, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But when you know yourself and when you're on that self-love journey, these are things that you are self-made, that you don't intertwine in, okay? And you already know what your focus is, because you attention to focus, not pay attention, because paying attention is literally taking yourself off yourself, whom you really are, and allowing yourself to pay attention to other things like distractions. Like one of the distractions they have here in the society that's going on right now is that they're saying that Donald Trump, he got an $80 million they want to get with him, basically, and whoever do that, they gonna give him 80 million. I don't know, I really don't pay attention, but from me speaking to people, these are things that these man-made people out here in the society, which allow people to get their minds off themselves. They put these things out here intentionally to take your mind off yourself and getting you connected and not allowing you to have access to your own powers, okay? Beyond the five senses, okay? And so they'll put stuff out there to take you away, to make you pay attention to other things rather than attention to focus, on yourself. And I'm not saying like be selfish and, be boastful and things like that, because that's not about that. It's the inner work within, so you can irradiate that out and you can love not only thyself, but love self and kind, okay? Because we're all one. Okay. But we have to make sure we choose thyself. Everybody's chosen. It's not a certain amount of people like, oh, these people are chosen, that person is chosen, I'm a chosen one, and I'm all that, or I'm blessed up and you did. That's the problem. When you know yourself, you radiate that self and that service out to others. Because the first law of civilization is to know thyself, meaning that whatever the society puts out here, you don't get yourself involved in those things, because what happens is you become programmed, meaning a man-made person, okay, or people, and you feed into that, and it allows you to do things outside of yourself. When I say functioning as a you, go check out one of my other videos. I forget which one that was, but I talk about that, you know. And I'm going to be writing a book. Well, actually, I am writing a book right now, but I'm really right now trying to get into like a ebook, and then eventually I'm going to have it actually a publishing book. So I'm publishing it really myself, so I'm learning that. And that's just one of the things as far as my self-made person, a goal that does not put me in a circle, that I am doing to distract myself, my attention to focus on what I'm supposed to do, instead of paying attention, taking away from who I really am, and then make, like I say, functioning as a you in a united dark state of a mind to follow what society wants to feed me and program me as, to keep me away from myself. A lot of people, they don't have the patience, they don't have the focus to attention to focus on self. Okay. But they pay attention to what's in the news, they pay attention to social media, they pay attention to the situations and in their families, instead of making a solution and focusing on yourself. Because once you take care of yourself, you can take care of other people, but yet not let other people bring you down. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you rather be downloaded rather than uploaded. There is a difference. Upload is to rise, okay? Download is to be raised, meaning you going to allow the society to tell you things, okay, to feed you, and then you're functioning as a you, and not instead of operating as what self is. I talk about that role 13 that sits on top. And it's going to be a lot of more other people that's going to be coming out of the man-made product that society wants to produce in people, which people is a populace. But when you become a person, okay, beyond a character that they allow you to act as, instead of being a personified person, okay, a self-made person of whom you are, and sharing that out with others like I'm doing, and there's others that are going to be coming, and rising too. A lot of people, they say, well, I'm being raised. Yeah, society raised people just like how they raise cattle on the farm. Okay, there's a difference. But see, when they talk about in the Bible, and I don't, I know a lot of people, they in these last days and time, they're not religious and stuff like that to a certain extent, but I'm going to just quote that. So I'm not going to go off into their religions, because I feel different. I respect people's and what they think, however, because I know myself, I have my own direction, my own inner course, my own self-love journey. So along this journey, I know I'm open up to talk to other people, but because I know myself, I don't intertwine in things. But it's okay to see what other people are coming from. That way you still know your guidance, your direction, your focus, your forward, your continuation to rise up to. Okay, not get into, but up to. That's leveling up. Okay. And I speak about these things because they need to be spoken about. But when you allow yourself to be raised as cattle within a society, then you're going to allow yourself to be fed, okay? All the media and whatever they got going on with celebrities, whatever they got going on with the entertainment, whatever they got going on with the churches, whatever they got going on within the crime, or, it's just to get you all gassed up out of yourself, And what they have, what the society know how to do, they know how to tug on your heartstrings, because a lot of people don't realize that your mind will play tricks on you, but your heart tells you, you get that feeling of everything. And they know how to deal with the two main emotions, which is love and hate. And they actually will play on your heartstrings by sending out certain things within the media to allow you to glitch, okay, to be tainted, to be contaminated. So then people who maybe have a weak mindset, they will, because they're hollow and they really don't have a vessel, they just have a body, okay, but they don't have a vessel, meaning a soul, okay. This shit is real. It's like we're in the last days in time and everything is here. Everything. It's like nothing else is left, okay. But there are those self-made persons. It's not many, but because we got so many of those hollow vessels that are out here, they are allowing themselves to be fed and their heartstrings, because they don't have one, to be played upon, to act as agents out here to really make all this a dark state. That's why they do call it you, you, you. Right now, you can see me, right? But inside, they want to make that thing disappear, gone, because they want a dark state here, because they want to be able to have control now. The next power is the powerful one, which is the control. They are in charge, but they don't have the control, not just yet. This is real. I am so serious. Like, you know, it's nothing to be afraid of. You know, everybody is going their separate ways as far as being individuals, and they want to be more independent. Nobody's dependent on the government. Nobody's dependent on insurances. Nobody is dependent really on the banks, you know, and those are the top three main what runs this society, basically. Anything else, that everything else falls up under that, you know, and they want to turn everything in a dark state. They do. The society does, and I'm not even gonna. Yeah, it's a lot of, and you know what? It's a lot of, you know, they come in all different shapes, forms, sizes. It doesn't matter. Of these people who are working to make everyone in this dark state. So when something is on the news or whatever it is, you get really hyped up and upset. And see, this is what I'm saying. It takes you away from yourself. Y'all got to unplug. Get away from this shit, man. This shit is not, all this shit is nothing but an illusion. It's not real. It's not real at all. It's all an illusion. But you will be tested. This is how you be able to level up, because you'll be tested. But some people, because they're so weak-minded, they give up. And they see the masses of people doing the same thing. That's why I say the man-made person, people, excuse me. Self-made persons, they don't do that. And I'm not sitting up here trying to brag or anything, but I'm just telling you the realization beyond the reality. See, the game of life has gotten, what is the word I want to say? It has gotten very tedious. You don't know who's who, okay? You can have everything's here now. Everything's here. When they speak about the spirit, the spirits have came and they have taken over bodies because they needed to do that. I'm not saying like in a bad way, but I mean, it's so much. And that's why I had opened up this channel, you know, and wanted to just feed in it, intel, you know, and telegraph to you in so many words, but in bits and pieces. But as and it helps to help others level up, because a lot of people, they may not be aware, You know, this is beyond just the surface vision. When I say you can see me, I can see you. There is people that can see beyond, meaning the detailed vision is what is actually put in front of you. That's how they know which way to go. And this is, I'm telling you, it's not no game. It's not. The more afraid you are and scared, you know, you will be able to be taken over because you're allowing your emotion to be over taken by things that you can't see because you make yourself vulnerable. That's why a lot of people are they got these they're wearing bracelets now. They're wearing like necklaces. People are going to get certain crystals and stuff like that to protect them because these entities are here. They literally are here. And a lot of people, they're not going to be able to take it, but see, it has to be like that because the number of people or the population has to decrease here. And it was already written to what whoever was going to get wherever that is. When they talk about in the book of Revelations, they say that everybody's going to be judged. Everybody's being judged. Okay. That's real. I'm just, you know, out here just notifying people to a certain extent so you know which way to go. If you got an ear, you'll listen. If you have eyes, you have extended vision. But yeah, stay out of that social media stuff. Utilize it for what's necessary. Start your business or something. Um, Start a channel like I am. Read more of things that you are interested in, which is, self things that you really are feel. Don't allow nobody to say, well, you are this, you are that. You were born by yourself. You can't allow anybody to give you a direction they don't know. You can take people's opinions, but you have to know what to take in and what to not take in. So I just say whatever you are supposed to do here in 2020, do that. And don't allow anybody to taint that or block that. Stop paying attention to the things out here in society or whatever that may try to come upon you as far as the situation. The solution should be yourself. And there is nothing wrong with focusing on yourself. Attention to focus on yourself. Okay? So if you have any questions again about any topics that I may speak about, or you need a question with help about something that you need to make a decision with in your life, on your journey or your self-love journey, you can email me at melissaj328 at gmail.com. That's melissaj328 at gmail.com. Okay? And you all have a beautiful day. Thank you.